Once again, I welcome you to my teachings. And even as I indicated some times back, I want to do a series on leadership because society is about leadership. Life is about leadership. It's about giving directions. It's about decision making. It's about some of us leading the way. It's about some of us showing the way while others follow. And we are getting a lot of teaching from the character and the life of Nehemiah, a man that his story is recorded in the Old Testament. As I indicated, he is among the team leaders that led Israelites out of captivity, and he also helped them to settle in their land in Jerusalem. But more to that, he was the lead team in matters building the wall or rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem, and even helping the Israelites settle into their regions. Together with him, he worked so closely with Ezra, and I did encourage all of us to do a bit of study in the book of Nehemiah, the 13 chapters, and you'll be able to learn and to get more and more. But allow me once again request you kindly visit my YouTube Reverend Moriah Hope channel. I have done a lot of teachings, about 17 videos or so about relationships, and now I want to do a video number 21, which I'm calling the levels of leadership. The levels of leadership. Leadership has levels, and as a key leader, you must be able to know when to involve who and to do what. You know, you need to have those classes. You need to have you need to have those categories so that you may be able to achieve the mission or the goal that is ahead of you. If you go to the book of Nehemiah chapter 4 verse 14, Nehemiah is addressing three groups of people. He is talking about the nobles. This is the top leadership, the kings, the governors. In our Kenyan setup, in the modern world, we are talking about the senators. We are talking about the CEOs. We are talking about the senior managers. We are talking about the key decision makers in the company. Then he talks about the rulers. The rulers, yes, they are senior, but they are not as senior compared to the nobles, the seniors. Let me not mention them using today's language because some may think that that I'm not giving the whole respect to their profession. But it is very clear that leadership is divided into categories. We have the nobles, then we have the rulers. But interestingly, he is also talking about the others. He's talking about the others. So for me to make it even more simple for us to be able to understand, allow me deal with what I'm calling the outer circle. The outer circle, this is where we have the subordinate, the unskilled labor. In the team of Nehemiah, he is calling them the fighters, the everybody, the others, whereby the skills are necessary but not as necessary as the other levels I'm going to mention. They are leaders and they are very important. And you as a key leader, you must be able to know how to handle these people. When we have been dealing with the COVID-19, a new vocabulary came in, that we have the essential workers and the workers that are not very essential. Even when we were talking about the curfew, if you had very essential duties, you are allowed to travel even during the curfew hours. So here we have the group that is unskilled. We have the group that is, I'm being tempted to say, not very important. But of course, for short of English vocabulary, that is not the best word to use. But let me just settle with the outer circle. They are the ordinary. They are the masses. The skills. It's not the talents. The skills are not very necessary as much as we are not able to do without it. Then there is the level 2 of leadership, the circle number 2. It might have drawn a bigger circle. Then inside the inner circle, I've drawn another circle. I'm calling the inner circle, or the middle circle, sorry. The middle circle, as per Nehemiah and his leadership, you go to chapter 8, he is calling them the Levites. He is calling them the singers. To other organizations, they are called departmental heads. The foreman, the junior managers, the messengers. They are very important. They are very important for any company to move forward, for any institution to move forward. This is also a very critical department, the inner circle. Not the inner circle, sorry. The word inner circle is coming because that is where I want to take a bit of more time. Having dealt with the outer circle and the middle circle, let me now go to the inner circle. The inner circle, I want to take a bit of time because this is the critical kind of a leadership. This is the team that every organization needs. This is the team that you need as a leader. Are you the CEO? Are you the senior manager? Are you the bishop in a place of worship? Are you the principal in a school? Are you in charge? Are you the head of that department? You need a team that I'm calling the inner circle. And Nehemiah had this team. You go to chapter 8. You go read through. Allow me just quote some of the statements here, saying that when him and Ezra were reading the scriptures to the people, to the assembly, to the masses, they stood on a wooden-made platform that was made for that purpose. And on the right side and on the left side, he had a team of men who stood with him from morning to evening. Note that as Nehemiah and Ezra stood before the people, in their left side and on their right side, they had a team that stood with them from dawn to evening. This is the team I'm calling the inner circle. And Nehemiah gives us the duty of these people. Number one, they are quick to understand. They are quick to grasp the mind of the leader. They are quick to understand the mission and the vision of the company. They are able to understand the heartbeat of the senior leader. They are able to see what the team leader is talking about. They are quick to understand. You go to the book of Daniel, and when King Nebuchadnezzar needed some young men from Egypt, the young men who could work in Paris, he gave out the qualification. And he said, I need young men that are not defiled, young men that are sober, but even more important, young men that are able to learn the language, the culture, and the art of the Babylonian, but even more so do it quickly. So these are the people that understand matters quickly. These are the people who their level of intelligence is a bit higher than the ordinary. These are people in some government are set up. They are called kitchen cabinets. Kitchen cabinet. Every reader needs to have a kitchen cabinet. Jesus Christ had the masses. Jesus Christ from the masses, he had the 72 disciples. And out of the 72, he had 12. Hear this. And out of 12, he had 3. James, John, and Peter. James, John, and Peter. Can I even go deeper? And even out of the 3, he had John, who was beloved than others. So in your leadership, in your drive, you need to get people that are in the inner circle. These are the loyal people. These are people that you trust. These are people who understand you. These are people who don't use your weakness to fight against you. These are people who appreciate you, not just because you are a leader, but they appreciate you because of who you are. These are a people that are able to overlook your mistake, overlook your shortcoming, and they give you all the necessary support. They are able to interpret whatever vision you have for the company, and they are able to break it. Hear this. They are able to break it into small pieces and now translate that to the middle circle. Even hoping now with the help of the middle circle, they will be able now to go to the masses. They will be able to go to the least members of the community. For you as a leader, it's very difficult to go straight to the masses. For you as a leader, it's very difficult for you to communicate to the masses. You need a team that understands you. A team that you share the same DNA when it comes to the matters of vision. So that now these people will be able to break whatever you are saying into the bits, the small bits, and translate that to every ordinary, to every citizen, so that now they may be able to come on board. Allow me to say, the outer circle and the middle circle, these are just but the hardware. They are just but the structures. They are just but the skeleton. But you need the engine. But you need the heart. You need the vital organ. Hear this. The inner circle are the vital organs. The inner circle are the software. They are the software. These are the people who make who gives company life. These are the people who help you be who you are as a leader. So kindly look at your leadership, reorganize where necessary, but get a smaller team. A smaller team that understand where you are taking the team, and they do it a bit fast so that you may use them, or rather they may be available for you to be sent of you, because they are loyal and they will be able to communicate that which you are saying to the ordinary people. And once you have these kind of layers of leadership, you give the community hope. For remember, this is a hope channel with the Reverend Moriah. Kindly click that button, subscribe, and I want to reiterate again, it does not cost you. All what you are doing is just to boost me, is just to help me reach more and more people. And when I release another video, the YouTube team will be able to send you a notification so that you may be able to watch in the real time. Thank you very much. Let's give others time, or rather, let's give others hope. For this is Reverend Moriah Hope Channel. Visit my YouTube and let's engage. Thank you very much.